Hi, my name is Polly. I am a organic mixed farmer in South Wales. We've diversified quite a large amount from our sort of core enterprises, which were beef and sheep and a bit of arable. And we now do seasonal veg, and we sell our own flour, and we've got our own butchery. On the farm, we are organic, and we find it really important that we farm with nature. We don't use any herbicides or pesticides, and we don't have any poor on nitrogen. All the nutrients we get are from the farmyard manure from the cattle and pigs and sheep. I find it works really well, reducing the inputs, as it definitely reduces our costs, and it tells a really good story. I like the idea that we're not using chemicals on the farm. The general public, who are our main customer with the veg and the meat, just don't like the idea of chemicals killing everything. And as long as we can make it work agronomically, so we get a good enough yield, it's a much nicer story to work with nature rather than working against it. Okay, so we went organic a bit before my time, in 2000, when my dad was farming, and his decision initially was financial, and he was following the government grants. But I've decided to keep the farming organically, because I feel it's a nicer way to farm. I'm happier doing it that way. I wouldn't like to put my staff or my kids around all the chemicals. I just feel like, as a whole, we just don't understand the cocktail effects of all the different options we have as farmers to kill various different things, and it just doesn't sit well with me. So getting an additional market and getting additional premium from crops that don't have this just works way better with our story on the farm.
Challenges, definitely, obviously the challenge with diversifying is you are doing a lot, and that is definitely quite stressful. But I think the way to solve that is you can only do one thing at a time. So when I first came back about 9-10 years ago now, I remember seeing another farmer talk, and he said, and he was a dairy farmer up in Scotland, and he said, everyone's always talking about diversifying, and it's insane. You've got to get what you're doing right properly, and then you can do other things. And I said, well, actually that's really good advice. So when I came home, we already had the butchery. It was running not brilliantly, and we were doing arable, and that was running not brilliantly. So it made me just focus on certain things. So I focused on the butchery and got the butchery going better, and then I moved on to the arable and focused on the arable and got the arable doing better. And you have to sort of hire people. They don't need to be full-time, they just need to be people who are enthusiastic to help you along the way, and you just need to sort of try and engage with the big picture, but you don't have to do it all at once. But it's sort of baby steps, and you look back now 7 years, and actually we've managed to pull it together quite nicely. It would always be better to make more money, but we've got so many different projects and income streams that it makes me happier that we're able to sort of ride the waves when various different things crash, like if the beef or the lamb or the cereals crash, which I feel that happens all the time now, that if one enterprise is holding up the other one, so it seems to work quite well.